Good evening, and thank you for allowing me to present this report on Panama City Business Guide. Panama City is located in the Pacific entrance of the Panama Canal. It is the country's political and administrative epicenter. It's commonly just referred to as Panama, and it's known for its vast banking and tourism industry. People are very cheerful there, and they're also very hospitable to foreigners and foreign business. The Panamanian people put a premium on family, education, culture and customs, and their religion, although religion is not talked about in business situations. The next slide will show your per diem rate is going to be, for lodging, $173 per night. Your meals and incidentals are going to be $99 per night. That gives you a total of $272 per day to use. Your flight information will be, you're departing from Louis Armstrong International Airport in New Orleans. And while you may be familiar with this airport, remember that they did add a new terminal recently, so you might want to come a little early and give yourself a little bit more time to get the layout of the land. You're going to leave at 5:20 in the morning on November 17th, 2019. You will arrive in Panama City at 12:30. There is one layover in Houston Airport, and that's a 45-minute layover. When you depart Panama City, you will depart at 9:30 in the morning, and you will arrive back at New Orleans at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, but there is a 1 hour and 49-minute layover in the Houston airport for that flight. Your hotel reservations are going to be at Hotel Las Americas, Golden Tower, Panama. This is a king room facing the city. The amenities include laundry, breakfast, on-site pickup and delivery of dry cleaning and ironing services, free Wi-Fi, free high-speed internet. You also have access to conference rooms, meeting rooms, and banquet rooms if that is a need. The hotel does provide a shuttle from the airport and to the hotel, and from the hotel to the airport. Getting around in Panama City, there are taxis, Ubers, and buses. You are going to do more good going through an Uber because it does have a metered rate, and all the cars are newer and air conditioned. So let's go to business protocol in Panama City. Okay. When you arrive at your business meeting, it's important to arrive on time, but do not be upset if your host does not arrive on time. This does happen sometimes, but it is very respectful for you to be on time. You're going to start with small talk, and you can use subjects such as family and culture. They want to know that you're very respectful of their culture and of families in general. Business greetings. When you greet someone, you want to give them a handshake and eye contact. It is very important that you address people by their titles, and do not gesture with your index finger, because that is considered vulgar. So if you do gesture, make sure you gesture with your whole hand. Dining etiquette, the host will always sit at the table, and the most important people behind the host will sit at the right going around. It is important, if you're a female executive, to invite your significant partner to that meal with you. The basic dining etiquette is the same as most English dining etiquette, but it is very important that if you are not eating, that you rest your wrist on the table. You do not set them in your lap, because they think that is rude to have your hands in your lap. You want to make sure that you have it resting on the table so that they can see your hands. Gift giving. Panamanians are not really big on gift giving in the business world, unless the one exception is that if you give items with your company logo, that is acceptable. It's more important that you're respectful of their customs and their culture. When you are dealing with business negotiations, do not be overly loud or expressive with your hands in conversations with Panamanians. It's very hard for Panamanians to deliver bad news. So they'll a lot of times tell you what they think you want to hear, and so it'll take patience to in negotiations to get to where everybody is on the same page. So sometimes they'll tell you what you want to hear before they'll tell you the actual truth of the situation. There's also something called the manna effect, which is they'll tell you something will be ready for tomorrow, which means not that it'll be ready tomorrow, it'll be ready not today. And then all documents need to be printed in Spanish and English just as a sign of respect, even though most people are bilingual speaking English and Spanish. When you do give your business card, make sure that you give it to everyone in the room, and it needs to be printed English on one side and Spanish on the other side. Some other quick current information about Panama is that the currency is a 1-to-1 rate with the American dollar. And while the currency for Panama is considered the Balboa, they don't actually print Balboa dollars. They use the American dollar, but they do print Balboa coins, which are very similar to the American counterpart in all the denominations except for the American coin. So the Panama is on Eastern Standard Time, which is 1 hour ahead of Central Standard Time, which we are currently in. And the weather in Panama is a tropical environment. So it's from the mid 70s to low 90s all year round. From May to December is the rainy season, and from January to April are the dry seasons. Thank you so much for letting me present this report to you. If you have any further questions, please do not feel hesitant to contact me. Thank you so much.